What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Popular Loner here, coming to you with another video. Ancestor messages real quick. Okay, somebody's having really hard struggles with money. Your ancestors want you to know all will be taken care of. Okay, that's one. Two, let me just spit these out and then I'm gonna tell y'all something, girl. Two, if you have been, there's something here about sobriety. If you've been wanting to restrain or like not have sex, I don't know why I was picking up on 7 days. Maybe you want to fast from sex. There's something here. They want you to really hone in on your manifestations. They really want you to hone in on that. Okay, someone's name is Megan, or it starts with an M. What was the other one that just spit out at me? Organization, writing stuff down. That's probably my people coming through. Okay, so let me tell y'all real quick. There I was on this fine Sunday, and I was like, you know, today's gonna be a day of rest from the reading. Even though I was feeling it, I was like, oh, I'm about to 111 on the clock. Look at that bird back there. Like, nope. They're like, do the warfare be resting? Does the spiritual warfare be resting? I get it, y'all. But let me tell y'all, ancestors is loud. So real quick message, and we're going to get into this. I think this is going to be real powerful, okay? So tap the fuck in and get clear. So there I was sitting, girl, I'm on my period, and I'm hurting. I got the heating pad on me. I'm ice in my back, like the whole nine, trying to get ready for work, right? And I kept hearing it. It was like, we need to do an ancestor message. And I was like, not today. I was like, probably not today. Let me tell you something. I gave y'all that analogy. I'm telling you, I keep seeing the Hercules with Phil. Remember when Phil told Hercules, like, I'm not doing it? And then he got struck by lightning? My ancestors was like, oh, you're not gonna do it? Oh, you think you're not gonna do it? But you is, though. And here I am. They said, you're gonna go over there, you're gonna get on your yoga ball, you're gonna bounce on it, you're gonna do your pelvic circles, and you're gonna meditate, and we're gonna speak. 2, 2, 2 on the clock, okay? Yep, so that's how I got here. So, they have messages, and it's so crazy, you guys. Let me just tell you a quick story. It's related to this, and somebody here might resonate with this, okay? I used to do ancestor messages like, is it called venerations? I don't know why when I get on here I can't speak, but like going to my altar the whole nine. I grew up Christian, Baptist. So it's like, as I do this stuff, I have to like reintegrate. I have to integrate certain beliefs in, you know, and sometimes I'm like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I need to pull back from that, because I get uncomfortable and then I gotta dive back in. So a while back, basically I told my ancestors, I was like, look, I need a minute, because my energy is getting blurred. I feel like if you try to connect with your ancestors, but then your intention starts to get blurred with fear, anxiety, or like, oh my God, am I doing this right? What if I'm talking to a demonic energy? That shit is gonna manifest. So I was like, y'all, I gotta filter out this fear, 333 on the clock. I gotta get right. I was like, it's not that I don't love y'all. I gotta talk to God, and I need him to lead me, and I need to clear it out, and I'll come back to y'all, and I'm back to them. And that's why I fuck with them, because they've been here sitting tight, waiting for me, and now shit is loud. I know y'all feel it. I know y'all can feel it in my readings. Shit is real loud, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna start with some of the messages that came to me during my meditation, right? Get clear, friend. The eye. Some of you guys need to look up the eye of Horus. They really want you guys to know that you're protected. There is something that's going to come out. We'll talk about it. And I want you guys to take it if it resonates. Yeah, there's something about this eye. Alignment. Boom. Okay. So I heard X marks this. Oh, that was the first thing. Forget the X marks the spot. Even though that came out. Okay. Treasure chest. Okay. You guys, I heard messages from the wind. They want you to go outside. I feel like I could resonate with that. I've been getting a lot of downloads being outside from the birds. I know some people might think that's weird, but real shit. From the birds, from the trees. Did I ever tell y'all the story? That's how I knew I was pregnant. Did I ever tell y'all that story? I think I didn't tell it a while ago because I wanted to birth bliss first before I start just telling it. But I was on my balcony. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I was smoking. I mean, I was chain smoking, bitch. I was in my ganja. I was smoking it. And oh my gosh, just disgusting. And then I had a 5-hour energy, right? I'm bopping it. I'm booming it. It was back when I did that evil eye. If you go look, there was like an evil eye reading I did. It was probably like the last one I did. And there I was. I'm in my motion. I'm getting into my routine, the whole 9. Girl, we have these, I think they're called morning doves? Are they morning doves? We have these certain birds that are always like around this tree that's in front of my balcony. And I remember this lady came to me in my home, not in a dream, like in real life. And she told me like there's a lot of energy surrounding that tree in a certain corner of my house. And I'm like, yeah, I already know. That's where the birds be. That's where the ancestors be perched, right? Girl, there was this mourning dove. I think that's what it is. It's going to be a mourning dove today. It was on the balcony and it was so interesting. Like there was another one next to it. I don't know. I just had this feeling. I can't explain it. But the message I got was, you're pregnant. Don't ask me where that shit came from. Don't ask me. And let me just tell y'all, that wasn't my first thought. So like, even though I know you could still get pregnant. That's another message that someone needs to hear. Even if you have PCOS, friend, you can still get pregnant. Don't let them lie to you, okay? I have PCOS and I got pregnant. So basically, that wasn't the first thing on my mind, bitch, you know? But there was just this weird ass feeling that was like, you're pregnant. And then, you know, the other bird came and it was a baby bird and it was loud. It was like, you need to test. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just, you know, I'm just in my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ha ha ha, let me go entertain that. Let me just go pee on a stick. Bitch, not even thinking that I was gonna see what the fuck I saw. When I saw that fucking line, bitch, I was overwhelmed. Do you know how overwhelmed I was? Instantly, I didn't even want to, 7:17 on the clock, I didn't even want to smoke. I couldn't even smoke. Like I was just so into my ganja. I couldn't even, obviously, like my body just started rejecting it. Like I remember the next day, because I was like, this can't be for real. I tried to pick up a cone and hit it. Bitch, it made me sick instantly. I'm like, damn, I didn't even have that same reaction yesterday. But look, anyway, back to what I was saying. Messages from nature. I feel like I need to kind of explain this because there could be someone in here that could be struggling. Now, you have to find your own way with how you connect with your spiritual team, with your ancestors. You know, ask God to guide you. That's the first thing I do. I'd be like, God, I need you to connect me with who you deem fit for me to connect with when it comes to my ancestors, my spiritual team, okay? Those who you've appointed to me, okay? Lead me, okay? Lead me. Now, what I'll do is sometimes I'll go into nature and let's say if there's a thought that pops up in my mind, like the other day, and I love crows. I love crows and vultures. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I love them. But it was a person that popped up in my mind and there was a lot of energy coming from them. It was negative. And I seen this crow over me. And as soon as I, you know, turned my head, it like, sky. It was like, God, God. And it was like, That was a message. That was a message. So pay attention to the thoughts that come to your mind. All right, help me out, y'all. They said pay attention to the thoughts that come to your mind. Ooh, they're trying to also give you messages through your sleep because they said, and when you sleep, they said pay attention. Some of you guys need to get a dream journal, or when you see an animal in your dream, you need to look it up, okay? Real quick, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, they're asking me to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Even though I know it's gonna get overwhelming, okay? Right now, if you have been dreaming of something specific, okay? Like certain symbols, a certain dynamic, if you feel called, write it down in the comments. I am gonna go to my dream book and I'm gonna pick out the symbols and I'm gonna, I'm gonna write down some of the symbology that's coming from that book. You'll have to ask yourself if it resonates. You know, some things can be a hit, some things could be a miss, but I'm being told that I'm supposed to do that. So it could be, I don't know, you saw 3 vultures, you saw somebody having a baby, you saw a waterfall, whatever the case may be. You could even describe the dream. Do that down below, okay? So yeah, they said messages from the earth. Oh my gosh, my palms is itching. Y'all got money on the way. You need to know that. Somebody's struggling. You do have money on the way. Who is this? Give me their zodiac sign. Rachel, you have money on the way. Reagan, you have money on the way. A Cancer, a Taurus. Do you see that, friend? How the fuck we got 2 4s? They said, oh yeah, it's gonna be real clear with no confusion. 2 4s and 2 2s. That's very clear, very clear. 2nd house, 4th house energy. That's very clear. Taurus, Cancer energy. No confusion, okay? So a Taurus and a Cancer. Your name could start with the letter R as well, and the letter B. Now, this is given new home, new possessions. Somebody, there was theft here. Something got broken into, something got broken. It will be replaced, okay? Try not to have anger with the situation. Easier said than done, or find a way to transmute it. I'm telling you, it's going to be replaced. They're going to replace it. And those that did what they did out of a bad place, like out of a very malicious place, like, you know, sometimes people might do things because they need it. I'm not saying it's right, you guys, but like, what if somebody stole what? Oh my gosh, 11 o'clock. What if someone stole something from you? I know, just stay with me. This is how I think though. What if someone broke into your car and stole something from you, but they maybe their child was hungry, you know what I mean? Or like maybe I don't know, you had some water in there, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. But if it was somebody that was very malicious, 11:33 on the clock, they will be dealt with. Don't worry. Release it, because my left wrist is like aching. It just started aching. So anyway, we have X marks the spot. Someone's, oh my gosh, you could be like me. Your dad's name could be Mark, or there's a prominent male figure. That's another thing. There was a feisty ancestor coming through. They're younger. They passed on. I do feel like it could be a brother for somebody here. The way they came up, I mean, you take it as it resonates, but the way they did come up, they were white. They were white. This was a white male. They kind of had like a, I don't want to say like a rock star. It was like kind of like a skater vibe, but they were very feisty. This person could have passed over. Oh my gosh, somebody's about to cry. This person could have passed over by an overdose. Not to be triggering. Okay. Now, this is where I'll have to let you guys decipher this, because the name Jacob and Jacoby did come up, but when the name Jacoby came up, they told me that I needed to reference the Bible. So your name could be Jacob or Jacoby, but I also was picking up on a person that needs to be cut out of your life's name could be Jacob or Jacoby. And when I went to Google, okay, I'm just going to read it. Y'all might hear me breathing a lot because I'm just taking in a lot of energy and I'm just trying to, you know, stay focused. So in the Bible, Jacoby is a form of the name Jacob, a prominent patriarch of the Israelites. Jacob's story is primarily told in the book of Genesis, so in the beginning, where he is depicted as a cunning and ambitious character who deceives his brother, I think his name is Azu, and Isaac, to gain the birthright and blessing. The name Jacob and thus Jacoby is associated with the concept of supplanter or heel grabber. And why is my foot almost feeling like it's numb, reflecting Jacob's birth and his later deception? Okay, so this is about removing, I don't even want to say the snakes in the grass, but like removing, there's something here about people trying to take from your foundation. You have to pay attention to it, and it is a masculine energy because it's my right foot right now. Okay, so moving on. The name Stacy Ann came in. Amy. Okay, they want me to say this, gosh. Okay, y'all. Golly, my goodness. So I was about to say Anne, but the way it came out was like Ain. Okay, so your name, if your name starts with the letter A, it doesn't make that sound. It makes the A sound. Like it starts off like A. Okay, somebody's name is Erica, but it's spelled with the A. Okay. What else? Oh, this was another thing. I kept seeing that Beyonce, oh my gosh, Get Me Body. Y'all remember when she was writing on the mirror? I think it's the extended version, but she had the lipstick and she was writing on the mirror, B-Day. Someone's B-Day just passed, or it's coming up in 4 days. Listen, your ancestors want you to do, I don't know if it's called mirror magic. It's like writing in the mirror, write on the mirror. Maybe put post-it notes on the mirror. Or if you've been doing that, they've been seeing it. They're gonna gift you those things. They said affirmations, motivational quotes about your beauty. Some of you guys are having a struggle with appearance, and they want you to start doing that so that you can see it every day. Some of you guys are even being asked to buy a personal mirror and write. I don't know, I keep getting somebody writing in red. It's like lipstick, and then they're kissing the mirror. I see that. Okay, what else do I have? So the word Stony Brooks came through. What that meant for me, because, well, I won't go into that. But anyway, what that meant for me, somebody here could be a veteran. Well, no, I'm going to just say it. We have an office here. I be so secretive about where I be living. We have an office here called Stony Brook. Okay, so for me, it came through as, oh, this was where that ancestor came through. That younger ancestor that's on your ass. Because let me tell you how they said it. They said it, not me. Okay, they said, stop avoiding the doctor. Just get it checked out. Stop being pussy. They said that, I didn't. It's a younger masculine, and they were laughing. That's the vibe, okay? And then they said health matters. They could have been a Virgo, or they just want you to really pay attention to the 6th house, okay? So let's get started. All right, y'all, guide me. Guide me. And don't forget I have work. Period. I just heard a windfall of abundance. Ooh, my phone just went off. Kaleidoscope Kids. I don't know. That's about hair. That's about hair. Okay, that just came up. So someone's name could start with a K. Kaleidoscope Kids. The Seer. Okay, I'm getting someone. Gosh, you guys are so intuitive. They want you to tap in with that. I don't want to say you're wasting it, but like you're questioning yourself. They're like, no, you got the vision. You're the seer. So look at this. The Wheel of Fortune. We have the Page of Cups. Forgive yourself. And then we have 2 of Wands, Dominion. This is the thing. Listen, something that you've been wanting, some type of closure from somebody, they don't want you to focus on that right now. And they're saying that in such a gentle way. They are telling me karma will do what karma does. Okay? And I'm also hearing, I think this is coming from God. Okay? They said don't play karma. Okay? Don't do that. It's going to mess you up. God can handle it a lot better than you. God can be a lot sharper than you. Let God handle it, friend. I didn't know what that was. I'm sorry. That's my cauldron. I thought that was the background. Because where they want you to put your energy at this time, some of you guys are holding on to this. This was painful. Yep. This was painful. It could be connected to a relationship or some type of money, a divorce. Yes, look at that. That's crazy. At the top of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. But this is the thing. Right now, they want you to heal from this, okay? It's affecting your womb energy, because I felt like I had to grab that moonstone. This is the thing. Somebody could be on their period as well. But look, when I look at this 2 of Wands, this Dominion, it's this focusing on this right now is taking away from your vision. Your name could also start with the P, because I have the name Parseval here. This could be my message. I don't know, is it? But no, for real. Or your name could start with the D. Back to y'all. Back to y'all. Let me. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. I gotta do a chime. I gotta hit the chimes. They told me to hit the chimes. I gotta hit the chimes. This is the thing. If I could find them. Because I gotta get that message out. It's almost like, and it's crazy. That's how I know the message is really for somebody. Yep, you heard that. Because as soon as I'm about to, as soon as I'm about to say it, I can't find my chimes. And my right foot is doing that shit again. That masculine energy. This is about your, I'm getting to it, y'all. I'm getting to it. Oh my gosh. I lied to you not. Look at that. Look at that. Did y'all see that? It says Stony Brook. That was, it says you have a VVC video appointment. Oh shit, is it for me? Lord Jesus. Oh, for me, please. I do need to get my teeth checked out though, ever since I got pregnant. But anyway, okay, I gotta rub this. This is big, you guys, with this 2 of Wands. Tapping in. Too much focus on this specific situation, person, place, thing is taken away from your foundation. What do I mean by that? It's taken away from your creative energy. It's confusing you. It's just too much energy going to another place. Let's just simplify it. It's like you could be putting your energy in better places. 1919 on the clock. So give it space. It will be handled. Your answers will be, or you will get clarity. Answers will come. Not when you want them to, but they will come. They are. That's for sure. For certain, you will get clarity on the situation. But right now, they need you to focus on forgiving yourself, showing yourself grace, and focusing on your next move with that 2 of Wands. That 2 of Wands is restructuring, replanning, going back to the drawing board. That's another thing. If there's a card that I already told myself if it comes out, I'll speak on it. Even though I kind of want to speak on it now. I'm gonna just say it just in case. The Four of Cups, if that comes out, I'm telling y'all, just take it as confirmation. Yeah, somebody here, you need a massage, and make sure they use stones too, okay? You need to rub, maybe even do a little massage with crystals. I love rubbing my black tourmaline on my neck. That big one right there that y'all see. But yes, girl. There's this energy of, they're very aware. Someone has like white hair, platinum hair. They're very aware that you have a very, I don't want to say it's a beautiful chaotic mind, but they want you to hone in on one thing. So I'm seeing 4 cups, and there is multiple avenues. And it's not to say that you have to give up on the other 3 cups. That's not what they're saying. They're just wanting you to really focus your energy, focus your intention, so that you can really knock that out. Whatever that is. It's like, pick a cup, focus it, knock it out, and then we can move along, okay? There's something here where it's like, for you to manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest, and for you to be successful, they really need you to hone in on that one area. It's given Kodak Black, tunnel vision. Another thing that came to me was sisters. So somebody could have been watching Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus, bro. Tapping in with the inner child. Okay, where should their focus be? Or just tell me more about this Two of Wands for the collective. Damn, okay. The Daughter of Wands, the Page of Wands. Yes, new ideas, new inspiration. Don't waste this good energy. Oh my gosh, I'm about to tell it. Okay, I'm about to just tell it. Okay, so once upon a time, I took a trip off the shrooms. Boom, boom. Did you hear me, friend? Once upon a time, I took a trip up off the shrooms. Boom, boom. Let me tell you, very intense trip. I'm just going to be very honest with you. So I was feeling it. It was a vibe. I was in the sun. One thing I will say, during this trip, I was able to, this specific trip, I was able, and I won't say I won't do it again, but I was in a very sensitive state. I was in another realm. Like, I know for a fact, like, whether you believe it or not, I was in another realm, because when I went to the grocery store, that's where I messed up. I was picking up on people's energy, and I could see them, but it was like different. So many people look like drained and just, oh my gosh, like, it was just kind of sad. But I felt fabulous. Like, I felt so energetic. I felt so creative. So me and Babe had did this together. And at the time, I had took a little stroll. I went outside in nature and went to Popeyes, the whole 9. How funny is it? Because when I was tapped in on a cellular level, okay, I also heard the words cerebral power. I don't know what they're trying to say. It's cerebral something. Cerebral meditation, cerebral. Something about the cerebral. I don't know. But this is what I need y'all to understand. And I'm very passionate about what I'm about to say. Hopefully I don't start crying. I'm on my period, so I'm a little sensitive. I want to make a video about this at one point, but it all started to make sense. It all started to make sense. That light that we as a collective carry, that you as an individual carry, it's powerful as fuck. It's so powerful. Being in that state is so powerful. Like, I just felt insanely connected, insanely powerful. I felt my light. Like, I felt it. I could feel my boyfriend's light. I felt it. I'm seeing auras. I felt it. Okay, let me tell you. I'm about to go there. So it's interesting because all of a sudden, even Babe, he ended up calling me, and he ended up apologizing for it because he knows I'm very sensitive, but he ended up calling me to tell me that these people who we call the roaches, we call them the roaches, and this is not to come at them as a person, but the energy that was attached to them. They have very negative attachments, very negative energy, very, just trust me when I say very, 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 very bad energy, okay? A lot of trauma. At a point in time, they did stay with us. There was a lot of domestic violence, a lot, okay? So this motherfucker ended up hitting up Bae, and I was hoping that Bae could have kept that to his damn self, but he didn't. He ended up telling me, and it was almost like he had word vomit, like he kept going into it, and it's almost like I could feel my energy being sucked, right? And I could also see his energy being sucked. Now, I'm very empathic, and babe, he knows how to like let it bounce off him. It's a little harder for me. And I was trying so hard. And I remember sending him a text message. I was like, no, babe. I'm like, better boundaries, better boundaries. He was like, no, like, I'm good. Like, I'm not giving it energy. But I was like, no, you don't understand. You're good. I'm not. Instantly, like, it was a slow taking from me. It was like my energy, the way it, like, I felt it was an attack. It was an attack. I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember a friend telling me something like that happening to them. And it needed to happen because I knew at that point in time, I said, damn, this is why shit happens. Where it's like you attract these energy vampires. You know how they say like a moth to a flame? Not that I'm trying to diss the moths, but like it was so crazy because he was like, and it's crazy, babe, because like my friends are calling and they got these real like burdensome situations that they want to talk about when I'm in this state. And I'm thinking to myself, well, keep that shit over there because I'm trying to stay high vibe. But it had already snatched me. And then I was in the store and it started to really snatch me. I couldn't even remember why I was in the store, so I had to go home. And he saw it. He felt terrible. But anyway, it caused me to go into this intense cry. Like, I'm talking about an intense cry. Because this is the thing. I was angry because there I was in my own space. But it also sad. I was hurt. There I was in my own space. I did not ask for that information. I didn't ask for that invasion. And there I was. I didn't know how to like, almost like rebuke it at that moment. Okay. And it just took me to childhood, and I needed this because it's crazy because the person that I call a roach, I ended up seeing them in a vision, but I saw their higher self and they had their hand out and it was almost like they were guiding me because I needed that, because that release that I ended up having on my balcony where I cried, boo-hoo, crying. I'm talking about kneeled down, like almost like child's pose, but I'm sitting up. Is that what it's called? Like I'm in my lap, flexible as fuck, just crying, hands like this. I was so mad. I was so mad. And then it's crazy because now, okay, you gotta stay with me because you gotta remember the state of mind I was in. It was almost like I felt the taunting of the lower vibrational energies, right? And that made me more mad, but I felt my ancestors, so I started breathing. I started praying, of course. And I'm like, you know, just help me to pass through this. Because I was in such a good state. Let me tell you what I was doing. I had just started my Pinterest page. I've been avoiding that for years. It was stuff that I had been avoiding for years that I had just did off a whim in that state. I got super creative. I got super activated. The whole 9. Okay? And then here we come. And I said, wow. That's how powerful I am. And that's how powerful you are. That's how powerful the light is. So instead of feeding into it, I mean, I gave it energy for a minute so I could validate my feelings, validate the experience. But then I got into my war. I got into the war zone because I felt my ancestors, they said, tap the fuck in. And I did. And I got on my witchy shit. And I got witchy, baby. Some of them want you to get witchy with it. Only if it resonates. But let me tell you what came to me. And my good girl, my good girlfriend. Okay, that's what I call her. My good girlfriend. We really don't know each other, but Chaology, I've been getting readings from her and she has been so insightful. Like, I like her readings because it leaves space for me to maneuver. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but I could tell it's coming from my ancestors. Like, I could tell it's tapped into that, you know, that realm. But she was telling me about the frequency 417. And I remember, like, when I looked over and I'm telling babe, because I was upset. I was like, you shouldn't have did that. He's apologizing. He's like, I know, babe, I'm so sorry. I looked over at the clock. It was 417. And I remember telling him, I'm like, babe, I know you probably don't believe the stuff that I believe because there it was coming up, that judgment. That's something I've always dealt with. And I feel like I'm telling this story because some of you guys have dealt with that. And I feel like that's some of the things that may have dimmed your light. Or have attempted to. And I was like, he was like, no, babe, I'm not judging you right now. And it's crazy because he really wasn't, but I was projecting that because at that point, that attachment came on to me. And then it took me back to that younger Paige who felt judged, who felt like, damn, like if I be myself, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. If I shine too bright, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. Let me just go into the corner, right? I almost felt like I wanted to hide, but my ancestors was like, nah, we not fucking doing that. But I was like, I was boo-hooing, snot. The whole 9, I felt it in my chest. Bliss even started, that's why I went outside, because she was sleeping. She even started picking up on my energy, and I was like, oh yeah. And it's crazy because I was like, look at this, babe. I was explaining to him, like, I'm like, those are lower vibrational energies. And it was crazy because this happens sometimes. And I'm telling you this because start using your voice, start communicating, start saying these things, because you guys are going to be turning people that are non-believers into believers. Not saying that that is your main goal, but pay attention. Because I've noticed that when I'm in this state of like really just tapping in with the other elements, I'll be talking to someone, you know, you can always tell when someone's like, oh my God, here this girl go. And then boom, I don't know, a bird flies down, a hawk flies down, or they see the bear. They see exactly what I was just talking about, and then they look spooked. I always spook people out. So the same thing happened with my boyfriend. Even though he doesn't really judge me, like he just, you know, he know I do my thing, but he saw it. Because I was telling him, I'm like, babe, like, don't you see what happened? I said, don't you see how we were just in this high vibe? He was like, I know, babe, you were just feeling so good. I'm like, those are negative attachments. I was like, it's not to come at the people, you know, because sometimes I'll even talk about the people. It's not them, it's the things that are attached to them. And then I was like telling him about how I saw 417. And right when I thought, I'm like, man, this man, he probably think I'm crazy as fuck. He had turned on the TV so that he could put on, because Bliss ended up waking up, so that he could put on Miss Rachel. And how about the meditation 417 was right there on the TV, a part of the list of things to watch. When he saw that shit hit his face, almost like he saw a ghost. I said, see, 222 on the clock. Girl. And he played it, and I could feel just the calmness. I felt it. Of course, I was still in that state of just... And then that's when I just got all these downloads. Now, I won't go into all of that because some of that is my download, okay? But I started to clean my spiritual room, and I got into this... I felt war energy, and I don't know, they told me to search indigenous... it was like indigenous something, indigenous songs. And let me see if I can find it. Because there was a playlist that I came across. And it's funny, oh my God, it was so creepy, y'all, because little Bliskins, I know she's a baby, but when the Lakota, I think that's what it is, when the Lakota War Tribe song came on, it was almost like she knew the words, like she knew the chants. It was the weirdest thing, okay? It was the weirdest thing. But Apache and the Lakota, yeah, I keep seeing a lot of my angel numbers as I'm looking up, so they telling me I'm supposed to be talking about this. All right, boom. So... I started playing that, and it's crazy. The colors I was seeing, y'all know I'm in a certain state of mind. But you ever have your hands like this? I had my hands like this, and they were over my eyes. 333 on the clock. What the fuck is going on? I was like this. Y'all ever see the Pan's Labyrinth when he like had his eyes like that? It gives me the seer, and I remember like doing these things. Somebody here is from India, and I kept seeing peacock feathers. So that let me know of like evil eye, but it also let me know protection. There was so much coming through to me, which I feel like this is coming up because it's important for you guys to know, one, how powerful your light is, okay, how protected you are, but you also need to know that they want to connect with you. Because at first, when I found this playlist, I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I thought I was supposed to go to the African playlist, and they said, no, these are your roots. Let us assist you. But the way it was coming through, it's almost like, I don't know if that's like from my bloodline or if that was like, if my bloodline worked with their bloodline in some way, and they were like, no, we assisted, let us assist you. And they did. We was walking them down in the spiritual realm, hunty, and I was cleaning out my spiritual room. It was all this stuff. I just felt so good. And I got back into my witchy vibes, honey. And I just felt so great, okay, and so powerful. So some of them, they're wanting you to connect back with that. You're the power, you're the energy, you're the greatness. Everything you need is you, okay? It was like certain things that I forgot about. I was like, oh my gosh, like the intention behind breath work, like you can clear shit up with doing like intention breath work. You could do protection rituals with just what you have around you. They want you to start getting creative, okay? So let me see what I typed in, because this is for somebody. Man, that music was something else. I was like... I was just so tapped in. I don't know, maybe some of you guys, and only if it resonates, because I have a really good support system. And, you know, my boyfriend would never let nothing bad happen to me. So anytime I've done the shroom-a-ronies. Okay, like he's been with me. But just know, like, depending on the state of mind you're in, it, you know, it can go there. So anyway, I felt my vibration raising. I felt myself going in that. I felt myself getting activated. I started to trust myself. I started to heal parts of myself that were just scared of being judged, you know, like scared. I did my spiritual baths. I did a full shower. Like I was letting the water run on my crown and just letting the drum. Oh my God, it was crazy. I did my dances, the whole nine. I got on that. I was so mad. I was like, I'm on that. I'm on that because it's painful, you guys, to be in a state. And I feel like I'm talking to someone that knows. Have you ever just been in a state? I'm not saying we're perfect, but when you're not bothering nobody, you're literally just trying to make it. You're literally just trying to do you. You're not talking bad about nobody in that moment. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's like, no, but you're not doing that. You're just doing you. You're tapping in with yourself, and here comes the enemy. You're trying to be a good friend from a pure place, and here they come trying to snake you. It's painful. I thought about so many things. I thought about the friendships that failed. That's why I'm working through that wound. So you might hear stories come up. I'm trying to ease up on them, you know. But I'm healing that. That is a wound for me. I've had friends, you know, go behind my back, fuck on my nigga. Like I've had friends do all types of crazy stuff still for me. Different things. Like I've had that, you know. And all these childhood wounds came up. But that's when I started to thank that energy. I said, thank you for revealing to me who I was. Thank you for revealing to me my power, because without the dark, I wouldn't have been able to see the light. Now my left ear is ringing. Boom. That's what y'all need to know. Period. This is giving me sing a sacred song. Okay? The red rooster. Okay, I might have to pick that card up. Okay, what else? What messages from the ancestors? What's this? Seven of Wands. Tell me protection, courage, okay? What's this about? Of course, when I look at that, I want to talk about building better boundaries. Some of you guys are disconnected from your family in the 3D, and they're like, we know. We know. We know why you ain't talking to them, but talk to us. Okay, trust us. We don't want you to disconnect from your roots completely. Don't cut us off at the trunk. If you don't want to talk to them, that's fine, but talk to us. 0808 on the clock. Page of Cups. We're going to help you to forgive that. We're going to help you to heal this. Give it to us. Give it to God. The Page of Swords. There's a lot of page energy. I'm sorry. Okay. So these are page energies. This is actually the Knight of Wands. Okay. And then we have Aeon. I don't know what that card is. And I don't have a guidebook, so I might have to look it up real quick. Y'all got Osiris here. Come on. Not Osiris. You guys are so protected. And the Four of Pentacles. Let me look at this. Let me just sit with this for a second. I'm going to pause this so I could look up this card, and then I'll come back. Okay. Okay. They want me to read this together. So, Aeon from the Handle Tarot. I'm sorry if I'm saying the word wrong. This card is also known as Judgment. It shows a baby in the cosmic womb. Someone's a Scorpio here. It shows a baby in the cosmic womb at the moment before birth into the earthly dimension. Wow. This is a magical image with many strands of wisdom. It addresses the feeling we have being unsupported and unloved in a world where there is no feminine dimension to God. That's crazy. This might be someone else's interpretation, but that's crazy. I found it. It says the child is floating in space between a flow of tears and blood, with a river of blood flowing below the bloodline. Your bloodline has suffered a lot, but they're powerful. The eye of God is watching, but it feels harsh and judgmental. If we create images of the divine which are judgmental and harsh, we will inevitably feel unsupported and lonely. Exactly. We find it impossible to grasp the awareness that there is no capacity for judgment in the divine. This means nothing about us can make us more or less worthy of love. This is a powerful, someone needed that. Someone's name is Joy. This is a powerful realization, but it also might take away our consolation of feeling better or worthier than other people, animals, or nature. Somebody needs to wear some type of crystal with the letter A, because I don't know what amber is. But anyway, this card is amber. This card is one of my favorites. Even though it seems quite bleak, the water flowing clean and clear reminds us that we are a part of a divine flow of energy that has no beady eye on us. It simply flows through our being at all times. Some of you guys have went through a lot. Some of you guys have been abused by religion, by family members. So it makes it hard for you to connect back to that part of yourself that is so powerful, which is why those on the other side are wanting to connect with you to help you. They want you to clear out this judgmental energy that you feel and know that God's not judging you, period. Don't let this world distort the divineness of the divine, okay? This is your reality. See that baby? Tap the fuck in, friend, okay? Also, I feel like they really want you. There's a lot of new energy here. This could be a new start. This could be a new craft. This could be a new creative endeavor. This could be new studies, because I do see the Page of Swords. I'm getting excited. Someone's name begins with the letter A. They want you to get in, dive into it. That's what I'm doing right now. Am I scared that some of y'all are going to judge me, think I'm crazy? A little, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to talk about it. I'm still going to post this, and it's going to hit for somebody. And I'm going to feel good because I did what I was supposed to do. And I'm going to be blessed for that. Because when you're in alignment and you do what you're supposed to, the blessing's going to come. Four of Pentacles. This is the thing about that Four of Pentacles. Okay. Show me who they need to keep this away from. Some of you guys are just being asked, and it doesn't have to be a super intense, rude type of way, like, don't tell nobody, the enemies are watching. It don't gotta be like that. It might just be like, this is something that we want you to keep to yourself. Maybe keep this in a hermit place. It's like in a very remote place, a sacred space, okay? Oh my gosh, and there's a lot of roots here. Keep this between us. That's what your spiritual team is saying. Keep this endeavor between us. This is between us, okay? Who specifically? And there are going to be some signs that come out here. When I show you these signs, or when these signs come up, I'm putting it out right now. This does not mean that these are bad people. This does not mean that they have bad intentions. This does not mean that they are people that you need to cut off. For some, tap in with your intuition. But that's not the intention of this. There's just this energy of, this is not something that you need to share with the others, okay? They want to keep this between y'all and God. Who do they need to not be sharing these new things with? We have a Gemini, a Cancer. So this could be a sibling. Also, we have a mother here. That's for some. We have the first house. This could be an Aries. And then we also have the sixth house of Virgo, okay? These changes are around your fourth, yeah. Your first, fourth, sixth, and what was that other one, you guys? In third house. You guys are really elevating in your talent. Some of you guys are meant to go viral. Some of you guys are meant to be big. It's more than going viral. You're meant to reach the masses. Some of you guys have fame coming in. Some of you guys are meant to have a new home. Find people that feel like home. Build a new family, okay? 444 on the clock. Tap in with your health. Some of you are meant to have businesses where you incorporate health practices. That's going to be very abundant. So start studying and start getting into that. In that first house, this is about your identity. You're recreating your identity. Some of you have been so tied up in what everybody else wants you to be, and it's time to just tap in with yourself with no judgment. It's going to be hard. Every day, I don't care how I show up here, like, you know, like I am very human. You know, I have my times where I get insecure. I have my times where I'm scared of judgment. I have my times, you know what I mean? But work past that. The best way that you can dissolve that energy is by pushing against the grain, okay? Like, I'm pushing against the grain by posting this. I'm pushing against the grain by just doing it anyway, regardless, okay? And then keeping it up there. This is not like a posting it, then deleting it. No, 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 no. It's staying up. All right? Okay, so they want me to go to this. Okay, I think I'll pull two and I'm gonna read them. These are postcards from the ancestors. Donovan. That name Amy keep coming through. I don't know why. So let's start with this first one. It says, Dear you. It might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go. Feel the way you want to feel and find peace and security. But you can. Okay, let me read that again. Okay. It might be hard to believe that you'll ever get to where you want to go or even feel the way you want to feel and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up and you will see the new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. The power, the peace, and the purpose. Okay, and this is the, I don't know, something else that you need to be focusing on. I don't know yet, but I'm seeing that, all right? Now, the truth is, whenever you, oh, I read that already. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna read it again. The truth is whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. Yeah, you're trying to connect. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so much, okay? I need y'all to share this. I don't know. I meant that. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling like I need to say that because somebody needs to get this message and it's going to get to them through the shares and the likes. Not even trying to be funny. I'm so serious. Okay? One more. One more. We have dearest you. We know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. Let me pause this really quick. You know what's crazy? I felt an energy come in and was like, no, don't shuffle. Just use your intuition and pull. And I didn't listen. Some of you guys, you're getting too much outer, like you're asking people like, hey, should I post that? Should I do that? Do you think I should? If you're going to talk to anybody, let it be your spiritual team. Tap in with yourself. Let it be yourself, okay? And follow that intuition. You got to follow that intuition right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. Yes, that's everything we already talked about. I'm tapped in. That's scary. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. The real treasure. Remember I said X marks the spot? And they know forgiveness is hard. Let me tell y'all. Sometimes when I deliver messages about these people that have done something wrong, it's cutting, honey, you know? But really that's just pain trying to be expressed, you know? Love that was lost. Not love that was lost, but maybe love that wasn't appreciated. I'm sensitive. I don't know, somebody needs to hear that, okay? So let's see. What do I need to be? Okay, they told me to ask what's next. What's next for you? Whew, that fell out quick. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. What's next for you? They want you guys. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know where that stopped, but I'm just going to read them again. You have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Purpose came out first. I know what I am here to do. Okay. These are the colors that I saw when I was tripping. Okay. And then I saw peacock. I kept seeing the peacock feathers everywhere. And then honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Bottom of the deck is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. All right, what's the next one? As I was saying, they want you to decipher those messages with, like, for yourself, okay? Now, I did bring up the red rooster. There's a specific card in this deck that I know I'm supposed to read for somebody, and then I'll pull one. Here it is. Okay, we have the red rooster. My phone just dung again. Okay, pay attention, y'all. Rise and shine. This is the dawn of a new day and new possibilities. Walk tall with pride, not arrogance. Embrace your fiery side and acknowledge how amazing confidence looks on you. Stretch your stuff and watch your fears fall away. Celebrate your uniqueness and never give up. Sing your sacred song and realize all you have to be grateful for. You are made of radiant uniqueness. Share your brilliance and light up the world. Somebody here had a crash out moment. Forgive yourself. Okay? Forgive it. Deal with the embarrassment and just forgive yourself. Okay, next. Okay. We have the green draft. You have the gift of higher perception. Your gut instincts speak to you. Seek what you really want in life, even if you need to stretch beyond your comfort zone. Use discernment and avoid those who may want to bring you down. Your gentleness and gracefulness in action are always apparent. Embrace your imperfections and be proud of your strength, beauty, and intelligence. Rise above the crowd and trust your instincts. Girl, send me a level of protection, y'all. Because I just know with me giving messages like this, they're going to be on my ass. Not my ancestors, but those lower vibrations. Like, not her coming through and telling them the tea. It is the fuck. It is the fuck. All right. Let me see what else wants to come through. At this point, they want me to just pull, and they want you guys to decipher the messages. So tap in. They want me to do 3 cards. 3 cards. Okay. Mindfulness. Peaceful presence. Quiet mind. You could look like her. 21, Archangel ZODIAC, I think that is. Self-acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. One more. That was a strong whistle. Okay, they gave me 2. Learning a new path, the number 8, teacher. You could be a life path number 1. The number 21 could be prominent. You could be a life path number 8, 21. I don't know if is 21 a life path number, girl? Like I said in the other reading, I be staying in the single digits, so I don't know. Life path 10, Archangel Raziel, wisdom, inspiration, Akashic records. That to me is, well, let me shut up. They said y'all decipher it, okay? Okay. Okay. What else? What else? What else? All right. There's another one. They want this to be advice, and then they want you guys to decipher it. Okay, closing advice. You decipher, I read. Okay? Diana, this is for you. Or Diane, De'Ara. Magical Crystal Cave, the number 21 again. Bro, look up that number. Magical Crystal Cave. Switch on your inner light. Bring forward your gifts. Who the fuck is Amy? And Stacy. God damn, they all up in the reading. Spiritual Warrior, number 37. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. Yeah, it's time to pop out and show niggas. Okay. Number 42, oneness. Look for the common humanity. Invoke Lemurian light. That's giving me a little forgiveness, okay? That's DNA restructuring right there. Okay, I'm going to do 2. This was at the bottom of the deck. Number 41, law of grace. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. And that's the same. Listen, I've been using that word dissolve. That's so insane. Like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Dissolving that energy. Okay. Open your heart. Number 9, love yourself. Dare to be vulnerable. Period. Okay. So yes, you guys, let me see. I do want to find my chimes though, like real shit. Okay. Just so I put in there. I don't know where my chimes are. I bet you Bliss better not have them. What's that, my chimes go? It's poo-poo. Oh, there you go. Poo-poo be taking stuff, and then I be finding my tarot decks. I be finding everything in a different room. Like, girl, okay, she loved being in here. All right, so let's just do a clearing real quick. Let's do a collective breathing in 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And then out. Okay, they said Epsom salt on the feet. I don't know what's going on around the feet, but yes, something around the feet. Better shoes too. So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates. Thank you so much for being here. I love this. This was actually very fun. It's crazy because these readings, I feel like the stuff that you try to avoid doing are the most powerful things. And these types of readings I'd be avoiding because of the energy that it takes for me to do them. But I feel really good. I feel very vibrant. I feel very activated. So I'm just glad we're in that. Also, somebody needs to start doing those burpees. You're avoiding the exercises that you know you need to. 0707. That's what's going to transform that body. Period. That's the 411 friend. So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.